Yo, we are back with another episode of Run the Ropes Media Podcast, and we are on the road to Clash in Paris. Definitely been a bumpy road with the Naomi pregnancy announcement, hearing that Stephanie Valkyrie is not gonna be at Clash in Paris. A lot of the fans are upset. I personally read that a lot of the fans think that Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie should have stayed in NXT a little bit longer. They feel like Triple H don't know what to do with them. Granted, Julia is the WWE Women's US Champion, but I mean, they ain't really been using her like that either. And Stephanie is well over for them to not really have her on Monday Night Raw. So I don't know, man. From what I read, a lot of people are just saying it's just like 50-50. Some people are just like, well, y'all don't want WWE to just throw these matches together. Y'all want storylines, like give them a chance to kind of give us a storyline or something. But my thing is, what storyline has been building around Stephanie Valkyrie for us to feel like, okay, we just gonna wait. We just gonna let them cook, because even prior to Naomi's announcement, it wasn't really like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they were really building up to have momentum going into Paris. It was really 2 weeks ago. So they would have had, maybe 2 weeks last week when she had the announcement, and then this week to kind of squabble up just a little bit to have something to look for Clash in Paris. But it's not like they had a long rivalry and we like, damn, man, we missing out on a blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? So it also, to me, it kind of goes to show that I personally feel like if Stephanie was gonna go over at Clash in Paris, I feel like they will find some way somehow to make her the champion that night. You get what I'm saying? Like if they already had it in their books, like we want her to walk out, they gonna find a way for her to walk out as champion. So maybe it wasn't in the plans for her to even get the dub. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. How you feel about it, bro?
Um, I mean, regarding them staying in NXT, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they are doing at least something on the main roster. I mean, you got to remember, there's still other people who really aren't doing a whole lot who are up at the main roster as well. So
Yeah.
at least like Julia's, with Kiana James now, so it gives her something to do as well. I
Mm-hmm.
think the whole Naomi thing just kind of, threw a wrench in the whole plans for what was going to happen at Clash in Paris. Now, the interesting thing that could happen next week, um, maybe instead of us just getting some thrown together match, I mean, who knows? Maybe we get a Liv Morgan return. Maybe we get Bianca going to Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
the whole Rhea now and Io situation. It seems like maybe they're just going to continue with that kind of storyline on that side, and then who knows? I mean, maybe we get a big return for the women's championship coming up.
Do you think it's time to throw the belt back on Rhea? Like Rhea's in this storyline right now with Io, so I just got a feeling like they about to kind of not necessarily be sidelined from the main picture, but I don't know. I just don't feel like, maybe because we don't have a championship picture right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know. Like I could have sworn, didn't they say they was going to announce a tournament or something? Like was
They just, I mean, from last
nothing.
night, it was just Adam Pearce just said that he's going to figure it out next Monday.
I mean,
So who
cool.
knows?
Like cool. I guess. Like I don't think that the Roman and Bronson matches was added. I feel like that was already part of it. So if they taking that match out, and we already only get like 5 matches per PLE, so it's like if
I
y'all
think
take
I think the replacement match is Becky and
Becky
Nikki Bella.
and Nikki.
I think that's why we're getting that title match at Clash in Paris instead of the Stephanie, because obviously Naomi's pregnant, right? So
My thing is, what was the original joint, bro? Because remember, Nikki Bella was about to do some stuff with Liv Morgan, and then Liv got hurt, and then Stephanie's gonna do some stuff with Naomi, and Naomi is pregnant. So maybe it's because of all these curveballs that they just like, damn, bro, like two of the big women matches and just kind of fell flat on his face because of unforeseen things, but they should have had Stephanie over there. I think Stephanie would have got a great ovation overseas, bro. Especially because Roman was on fire last night with the ovation, bro. So like
yeah,
but we always say we love those European crowds anyway, bro. And those European crowds, they bring a lot of energy. But other than the Stephanie Vicur joint, bro, what else? What else we have from Monday Night Raw?
Well, let's just talk about the, speaking of Becky Lynch real quick. So she is getting some heat based off of that promo that she cut last night on Nikki. I actually thought that segment was pretty good. They kind of had a nice little back and forth, but Kelly Osbourne actually, obviously in Becky's promo last night, she had said this is actually what she had said. So the only good thing that came out of here died a month ago. But in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had the good sense to move to LA, a proper city. Because if I still lived in Birmingham, I'd die too. So his daughter actually tagged Becky in it as well on her Instagram, and and she said, "You are a disrespectful dirtbag. Birmingham would not piss on you if you were on fire. Shame on the WWE for allowing such things to be said about my father in his home." Do you think it was a little bit too soon
See,
for them to throw shade at Ozzy Osbourne, considering he
but it
just
was.
passed a month ago?
But do you think it was shade at Ozzy, or do you think it was shade at the like they always poke fun at the countries, or like if they heel, they always talk bad. What do you how do you feel like it was distasteful? Like I
I
feel like Ozzy had a great relationship with the WWE, and like you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's perfect heel work from Becky Lynch, but at the same
yeah,
time, I think because of that kind of connection with the WWE and that relationship, maybe it came disrespectful, obviously, to his daughter, right? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know how to perceive that. I'm kind of different, right? Like when I'm a little bit like when I watch something and we know wrestling, so we know that she's a heel and she's playing a character. So they have to use these dirty or heel tactics to try to get over on the crowd.
hmm
And that's just a cheap shot in Birmingham, where he's from, and obviously the
yeah,
circumstances, obviously, yes, it was a month ago. A little distasteful, I guess, but again, it's great heel work.
yeah.
So I don't know how to feel about it.
I think
Obviously
it's like
she did take offense to it.
I
So
think it's when the best part of the the best thing about Birmingham died. Like that's kind of what I'm saying. Like it's still it's tough to his family. So
yeah.
to be I guess to be reminded like
Mhm.
like he died. Like
Yes.
that's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? So it's but then again, like we say, it's great heel work. That's not the first. That's not the last time there's something like that. Look how
Mhm.
many other and not to say that it was okay for her to say it, but look how many times they didn't say like a wrestler croaked or this or that. Like I
Yeah.
just feel like now we're in a different age of wrestling where you do have to just be mindful of what you say. Maybe she should have, asked for permission to you just never know, bro.
So
Like that
you
probably would have.
yeah. You bring up a good point because there was some stuff online I wanted to actually ask you for your opinion on it. Do you think that some things, considering where they were, should have been asked of the family? Like if Becky Lynch had this
Yeah,
promo idea,
I think she
you know what
should
I'm
have
saying?
asked the family. That's the
Yeah.
like heel or not. Like, is it okay to I make this joke, or is it okay to because it's sensitive, bro? Like,
Mhm.
I get both sides of it. I just always like to look at both sides of the spectrum. Was it distasteful? Yes. But was it great heel work from Becky Lynch? 100%. She just dissed her home country too. Right
Yes.
when she was on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? So in her head, she's doing the heelish work, but it was a little distasteful. If Ozzy was a wrestler, maybe. You know what I'm saying? He's in the WWE Hall of Fame. So it's like, I don't want to say it's free game,
Mhm.
but it's hey, you can't help how people feel, especially when it comes to loved ones. So, man, if she felt some type of way, then Becky should, be respectful of her feelings of it.
Yeah. 100%. No, yeah.
Hmm
I kinda feel the same way, a little bit indifferent about it, right? So,
Yeah,
the other thing that to touch on from obviously the main aspect of Raw, right, is the whole Roman Reigns situation with the tribal thief, right? The old Shula Fala man himself. So I want to ask you what you first off, like you said, the crowd amazing.
yeah,
What do
they
you
love
think
Roman, bro.
of what do you think of that promo from Roman, considering it was one of the very few actual promos that we have gotten since Roman has returned? And then as a follow up, I actually am intrigued by some of the aftermath from that promo especially that backstage segment with Jay. So I just kind of want your thoughts on the promo, and then what do you think that segment with Jay, considering we never got any of that to the buildup of WrestleMania when he won the belt, but now we're getting it, this
Mm-hmm.
interaction with him and Jay, and then I'll ask you another follow up once I get your opinions.
Promo. Let's start with the promo. Good thing the people love Roman, bro. Cause it's just like Paul Heyman was his mouthpiece. And when you have such a great person like Paul Heyman to do all your talking for you, we truly don't need promos from Roman, bro. Like, it's great, but Roman has never truly been a great promo. Like, even when they started cheering Jay or Yee, he was like, okay, well, speaking of him, you know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, like, it didn't give me CM Punk. It didn't give me Drew McIntyre. It didn't give me some of these guys who I feel like it just comes natural. Roman is great in the ring, but some like Roman, Brock, to me, these guys really don't need to say much. They just need to, when that bell ring, do what they do. A while ago, and Roman even mentioned this, he like, I don't have a bloodline. I don't have a wise man. Well, I tell you, bro, I'm like, it's gonna get to a point when Roman ain't gonna have nobody, and he gonna need to just be rebuilt up. It seems like now he needs his bloodline. He needs that bloodline, but I got a caveat though, bro. I feel like the only thing for Jay Uso, since we mentioned the Jay Uso backstage, bro, is for Jay. I don't know how long, dog, and this may not happen. But if WWE want to put some money in something, bro, I say y'all turn Jay on Roman, bro. I say y'all turn Jay on Roman. Cause like you said, like he was giving Jay all his praises and stuff. Now, where was that then? You need me now, bro. So of course you gonna praise me. Of course I was everything you ever thought I was. Of course you are proud of me. It's because you need me. If they and WWE is so bloodline driven, bro, I can't even see them doing that. But to talk about uh a moment, let Jay turn on Roman, bro. Because truth be told, Dylan, what are we doing with Jay? He's not winning in Clash. We know that. He's not winning in Clash, bro. So it's gonna be CM Punk and Seth all the way to Mania. Maybe throw Roman in there, but what are we doing with Jay? We gonna put him back down there for the IC title? Jay needs something fresh, bro. I don't know if turning him heel just yet is the thing, but what you think of that, bro? I'll be thinking about the most off the wall things, but like we gotta face Roman and a Jay that I don't want to say a stale Jay, but y'all not gonna do nothing with him. Y'all not putting no title on him. He's not beating Cody. He's not beating Seth. None of that is happening. So what we gonna do? Put him right behind Roman? He don't need Roman no more. So let Jay show us that he don't need Roman no more, bro. Roman needs him.
I think I think the promo segment actually unraveled some opportunities coming up here. You talk about like how he's not that. Of course he's never going to match up to what he was with Paul Heyman, but he
Mm-hmm.
definitely has elevated his promo
Better.
skills compared to
Sucker,
before he was
sucker
ever.
package.
Yeah, I mean, you know why too? He just has a presence in the ring, and that's
It's
kind of
the
all
aura.
he needs. You know what I mean? So
Roman just has that aura.
he can kind of say whatever he wants and still get over with the crowd anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, right? The whole backstage segments kind of reminisced me about like when you remember in like 2023 when him and Jay had the feud and we had like Crash Out Jay where he was done with everything, done with the
Mm-hmm.
bloodline, done with bro. This can go either one of two ways. We get Roman, who's basically sucking up to Jay now because he needs him,
Mm-hmm.
and you get him to help Jay, meaning he has a little something to do with that fatal four-way, which would help him cement his spot with Seth Rollins. Or you get a situation where Roman is going to be in Jay's ear now and leads him down a bad path, and that's how you get Jay loses his mind again and goes against Roman. Right? I see like two different paths now because the end of Monday Night Raw was very important because that backstage segment, Roman said, "You don't need to help anybody. You've helped me. You've helped the bloodline. You've helped the company. You need to start looking out for you." And what did he
Mhm.
do at the end? He super kicked CM Punk, who he's been cool with this whole time.
Mhm. Yep.
So maybe now
Because
he's
even
gonna
Roman was
start
just like,
listening to
yeah.
Roman again.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know. You know how over Jay was this past year.
Yeah.
It is, and we even talked about it, like, he lost the title again, right? Lost it back to Gunther. It seems like it was a very quick turnaround. I don't see them getting away from that this fast. What would you say if Roman costs everybody the title and Jay left Clash of Paris with the belt, and now you get Seth Roman, which builds back up to him kinda taking down everybody with him to try to put himself back up. We also gotta touch about a piece too. He mentioned Cody Rhodes again in the promo, and he got
Mhm.
booed.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of possibilities that came out of that one singular promo. That's how important Roman Reigns is, by the way.
Roman is an important piece, bro. But like, what's leading up to Survivors? That's what I'm looking at. War games. Like, are we gonna have a Roman team for War games? It don't seem like it because like if Jay going at it with CM Punk, that's one less person that he gonna have. What's up with Big Jim? Big Jim better be a daddy. Like, even though when Becky was pregnant, like Seth was still, he was still in the ring, but
Yeah.
like his schedule might be, up in the air, bro. Like I just think with having what's going on SmackDown with Jacob and the MFTs, and then you got Roman over here. I really I just can't see them giving us two men's war game matches. Like which one is gonna be the once we can figure that out, I can be like, okay, we might have Seth versus Roman at 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 Survivor Series because truth be told, if CM Punk loses or Jay loses, I can't see them having another match against Seth Rollins anytime soon. So maybe Roman is going to be up next to go against Seth Rollins at Survivor Series. But then again, what about Cody? Cody not going to be up in War Games. Then you got John Cena. So like, I what we always say, bro. Normally we want things to continue. We can kind of see like the continuation with things, bro. I feel like everything is just all over the place, bro. It's like what are we following? You know what I'm saying? Like are we following Jay and his quest for the championship? Are we following CM Punk for his quest to get back the championship? What's going on with Roman? Like Roman versus Bronson Reed, like I don't know, bro. Everything just seems scattered. You get what I'm saying?
But
Like,
but but I think that's one of the main problems we have now is everything almost seems connected.
mm-hmm.
Right? Like, everybody seems connected to almost like one big crazy storyline instead of
Yeah,
having, like, their own paths to each destination. You mentioned Cody. I mean, I'm kinda surprised that he's not in Clash of Paris.
yeah,
I'm
bro.
assuming WrestlePalooza, it's gonna be him, McIntyre for the belt.
They
Gotta
could
be.
have had him and McIntyre at Clash.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I know,
for them
UK
not to
crowd.
have Cody, like again, bro. Like, you got these massive superstars, but how the freak are we having P? That's almost like being in WWE in the '90s and not having Stone Cold on a pay per view. You're like, what? He's the champion. And Cody, we ain't really saying much of Cody since SummerSlam, bro. Like, yeah, he been getting beat up by Drew McIntyre, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing else to say, you know what I mean? We've already touched on this as far as, like, the how it's been. Just kinda how it's been ran lately, right? Again, I don't know what can fix it. I kinda hope at a Clash in Paris, maybe get a little bit more clarity based off of some of these things that are all kinda connected, right? Like the Fatal 4-Way, bro, every single person in that match has been like, a part of every main storyline for the past
Mhm.
year. So
Yeah.
hopefully maybe we get some direction. Like after Clash, whoever the champion is, well, all right, let's look at CM Punk. What does he do next? Let's see. We just have to again wait and see. Unfortunately, I think this is just the blueprint with WWE now, right? Like Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, kind of fillers. You get some key pieces here and there every once in a
Mhm.
while until that next PLE because they got so many damn events now. It's all about the money, all about the PLEs, and that's where they're going to do something important. So, you know, it is what it is. You got to wait and see. But other than that, man, nothing really, happened that was too crazy on Monday Night Raw. So let us know down below your thoughts and opinions on the whole Becky Lynch situation. Do you guys think that she crossed the line or did she go a little bit too far? As well as where do you think this whole Roman Reigns situation leads us to? Does he get a title anytime soon? What happens with the Fatal 4-Way? Let us all know down below in the comment section. Got anything else, bro?
That's it, bro.
All right, man. Got your boy Dylan.
Get your boy break.
We're out. Peace.
Peace.